Hello, everyone. Welcome to KPU International's Fall 2023 registration webinar. My name is Angel, and I am the coordinator, International Academic and Immigration Advising with KPU International Advising Team. I will be your facilitator for today. First, I would like to acknowledge that we at Kwantlen Polytechnic University respectfully acknowledge that we live, work, and study in a region that overlaps with the unceded traditional and ancestral First Nation territories of the Musqueam, Kazi, Samiamu, Tsawwassen, Kakayet, and Coquitlam, and with the lands of the Kwantlen First Nation, which gifted its name to this university. We thank them for having cared for the lands and waters since time immemorial. Honor their graciousness to the students who seek knowledge here. In the cause of reconciliation, we recognize our commitment to address and reduce ongoing systematic colonialism, oppression, and racism that Indigenous peoples continue to experience. I would like to thank everyone for being here. Many of you are joining us from all over the world. We are excited to be part of your journey to the Canadian education and would like to let you know that we are here to support. Before we welcome our presenter for today's registration webinar, I would like to quickly go over a couple of housekeeping items. I am sure you have a lot of questions and inquiries for today, whether they are related to registration, admissions, and/or generally life as an international student in Canada. Throughout today's session, please feel free to leave your questions in the Q&A box on the right side of the screen. A number of staff from KPU International will try to answer as many of your questions as they can. If it is a recurring question, they will publish the question and answer for all of you to see. So before posting your question in the Q&A box, make sure to review the questions that are already answered and shared publicly. Please remember, your questions may be answered in the presentation, so it is important that you watch it carefully first. As newly admitted students, you should receive the course recommendation email with the handouts from KPU International Department. Please have a look at the handouts and hope you have an idea what course you would consider to take for your first semester. Secondly, I would like to let everyone know that we will be recording today's session and sharing the video with newly admitted students. Please keep an eye on an email communication to your KPU email account for later this week to find the link to the video. Now, we will turn the time over to the presenter of the day. Sandro is our International Education Advisor at KPU International with extensive experience in working with international students. Sandro, please feel free to start your presentation.
Thank you, Angel. Welcome to KPU Fall 2023 registration webinar. My name is Songjo. I'm one of the International Education Advisor at KPU International. The purpose of this webinar is help you learn KPU course registration system and how to troubleshoot common registration error that you may come across. We will also go over other essential information such as accessing KPU email, module, university calendar, important dates and deadline, and as well as KPU Peer Mentorship Program. First of all, I want to introduce our international advising team. We have 8 advisors at KPU International, 1 advising support assistant, 1 student assistant, 1 advising coordinator, and 1 manager who are dedicated to serve our international students at KPU. As you can see from the slide that other than English, we can speak of different languages. For now, we have a Malay, Hindi, Punjabi, Farsi, Mandarin, Urdu, Vietnamese, Russian, and Korean speakers in our team. So you can better serve our international students from all over the world. Next, we will go over a checklist to make sure you have everything prepared for your registration. The first is checking your registration time and eligibility. Then you need to check the course you need for your program. After that, you need to plan your schedule. Also, reviewing the date and deadline for each term is also very important. If you are a continuing student, you also need to check whether you have paid the international tuition deposit. Now, we will go into detail for each step. Registration periods. Before you begin with the registration, you need to know that KPU operates 3 academic semesters per calendar year. The calendar year runs from the September to August, and the 3 terms of fall, spring, and summer. The fall term runs from September to December, spring is from the January to April, and the summer semester is from May to August. Please note that registration for each semester starts 1.5 months before the semester begins. This means that your next semester will be the spring semester. You will be able to register for the class in the mid-November. So it is important to do course planning ahead of time. By now, you should have received your registration date and time for fall 2023. Some of you may already have checked it, and some of you may wonder how to get the information. The answer is you can check your registration date and time in the registration system. For you to be able to access to the registration system, you need to know your KPU login information. Your user ID is your student number, which can be found in the box number 4 in your letter of acceptance. The default password is your date of birth entered in the following format. For example, if your date of birth is January 1st, 2000, you will enter 01 and the first 3 letters of your month, with the first letter being capital, and then the year of birth. So the password would be 01 capital JAN 2000. Please note that default password must be changed after the first login. If you know your user ID and password, please sign in to one.kpu.ca. You can log in by clicking on Sign In at the very top right-hand corner. Once you are logged in, search for the app, Register for Classes at the very top. This is the app that we are looking for. Click on the app to open it. To find your registration date and time, click on Prepare for Registration. Enter fall 2023 as the term and click Continue. This will give you a summary of your registration status. You can also see if there is any hold on your account here. And at the very bottom, you will find your registration date and time. Please note that the time zone is Pacific time. Each semester, every admitted student is issued a registration date, usually 2 months before the semester starts. You will be getting an email reminding you to check your registration date and time. This is the date and time on which you have your first opportunity to register in classes for a given semester. It is important to take advantage of this date because the longer you wait, the more chances that the classes are getting full. You may notice that you and your classmates or your friends are getting different registration dates. Some may get an earlier registration date and time than you. It is because of students are assigned the registration dates and time by the system and based on University Policy AR10, Priority and Scheduling of Registration. You can find the policy document on our KPU website from where you can locate this priority list. The registration date and time can't be changed manually by advisor. Now you're ready to know your registration date and time or how to find it. Let's go to the next step of checking the courses you need for your program. University Calendar is your official guide to KPU academic program. Within the program link, you can find the curricular requirement. If I go to the university calendar to do a demonstration, I also want to know that for newly admitted students who will be starting this first semester, we have sent out fall 2023 course recommendation handout to your KPU email early this week. In the handout, we recommend some courses you can take in the first semester. After reviewing the university calendar and the course recommendation email, if you still have a question on which courses you need to register for, please join online or in-person drop-in session or book an appointment with the international advisor for your question. Exception would be for the post-baccalaureate program student. If you are admitted to post-baccalaureate program, please find the student success coaches in the Melville School of Business for your course planning advising. Now we are going into, so this is the one.kpu.ca webpage. In here, you will find university calendar. So you may access, as I demonstrate, the university calendar by going into one.kpu.ca and search for university calendar on the top. Click into, once here, click on the faculty and program A to Z on the left-hand side, and you will find your program based on the faculty. For example, if your program is the Diploma in Business Management, there is a Diploma in Business Management. You need to go to Melville School of Business as well. Then you can find your program here. Click the program name and you will get into the program page. Under the Requirement tab, you can find the curricular requirement where you can see all the list of courses that you must complete to graduate from the program. By clicking the course name, for example, you will find the brief introduction and the prerequisite requirement. So the prerequisite requirement part is a double click where you meet all the requirements in order to register these courses. For the course listed in the prerequisite section, if there is a no requires grade there, it means you need to at least the C grade. For example, English 1100 is listed as one of the prerequisite courses. In this case, you need to get at least C to register Business 2390 course. Let's go back to the slide. So I'm going to explain the maintain the full-time student status. At KPU, a student who is enrolled on 9 or more credit hour in a semester is considered to be full-time. If you are interested in applying for a post-graduation work permit, which we call the PGWP, upon your grade in the future, you must maintain your full-time enrollment through the studies, except for during the schedule breaks. Please note KPU schedule break policy allows students to take one of the semester off, either fall, spring, or summer semester in one calendar year, provided the student remain enrolled full-time at KPU in the term preceding the break and in the term following the break. If you're in your first semester and if you want to apply for a post-graduation work permit in the future, you must be a full-time student. Things may differ for pathway students who cannot be full-time students due to the design of their courses. If you want to know more, please come to see International Advisor. Now we know where to find the courses you need and where to check the prerequisite requirement. Also, the importance of the maintaining a full-time status in your study. Let's talk about type of courses before we go into plan your schedule. At KPU, you will find these common type of classes: full-term, intersession class, qualifying courses, online class, blended courses, and in-person courses. Full-time classes are most common type where the class take the place for the entire term. For example, for the fall term, class run from September to December. Intersession classes are condensed classes that run approximately 1.5 months. Compared to full-term courses, intersession courses have more classes than you will need to attend each week. These courses are offered in 2 sessions, one at the beginning of the session and the other one in the middle of the session. For example, for fall 2023, session 1 class starts September 5th and ends on October 20th, while session 2 class starts on October 30th and ends on December 14th. Please note that deadline for adding and dropping these classes is different from full-term courses. Qualifying courses are preparatory courses that allow you to upgrade your skills and knowledges to be able to take undergraduate studies. For example, a student who did not study high school grade 12 math may take math qualifying courses to upgrade their knowledge before taking university level mathematics courses. Qualifying courses end with Q, example ENGQ, MATQ. Please note that these courses do not count toward your undergraduate credit. only courses numbered 1100 or higher are considered as undergraduate credit. In online classes, face-to-face in-class activity and lectures are replaced by online reading, assignment, and project. You must be self-learner and have a good time management skill to succeed in online courses. In registration system, the instruction method section will show the details. Each class can look different in the term of the whether the learning takes place synchronous and asynchronous, as well as the way you will be sitting in your exam. For example, online asynchronous with in-person exam, online asynchronous with the synchronous exam. Again, you will find the details in the registration system. You may also have a question on whether you can take online courses. IRCC says, if a student courses were moved online due to the pandemic, the time they spend studying online in Canada until August 31st, 2023 counted toward the length of a PGWP. As the date passed, when fall term starts, students are highly recommended to attend the in-person class option when offers. Things are different for the student who take online course from the outside of Canada. If you have such a question, please come to see International Advisor. KPU will offer some courses in a blended format in fall 2023, which include both on-campus, in-person, as well as online delivery of the curriculum. Courses requiring on-campus, in-person delivery will be noted in the timetable as a blended asynchronous delivery or blended synchronous delivery. So you are aware of this requirement. The campus of in-person component will be indicated as well. In-person class will show in person as the instructional method and the campus name on the registration system. KPU offers class on 5 different campuses: Surrey, Richmond, Langley, Cloverdale, and Civic Plaza. Now let's go to the registration system. Take a look on how to plan your schedule. So this is a registration page. You can plan your schedule by clicking into Browse Class. Before registration starts, select your term for 2023 and continue. This is where you can find search for the courses available for the given semester. You may use the advanced search feature if you wish to find the classes on specific campus, a specific date, a specific time, or taught by the specific instructor. When search for any course in subject field, it is important to enter course name, but not the program name. For example, if your program is Diploma in Business Management, do not search Business Management in the subject field. You must search for the specific courses that are part of your program. To find the list of courses that are part of your program, again, let's go to the university calendar. So let's say the one of the course you want to take next term is Accounting 1110. as Accounting 1110 is under the curricular requirement. We are going back to the registration page. Subject. So one of the key part, if you click open section only, this will give you a list of all classes open for the specific courses. However, at this time, we're just going to use regular. If you click on the advanced search, there are other features as we saw already that you can use search for the campus and specific meeting date, course term, instructor, and more. If you are select some of these options, you may be narrowing down your option. So you may not able to get many options in the term of the courses are available. When you plan your schedule, please note down the campus and the timing of your class as well as your final exam, which you can find the information on the meeting. So now we are checking ACT, accounting. So you will find those informations are campus and instructional method and meeting time. So you also can find the number of credit courses worth toward this courses under the credit column. Not all courses are offered on every campus and each semester. For example, CADD students will find most of their courses only offered on Global Day campus. So when you search the courses, please check the campus as where is your campus as well. When looking at the class timing, please note that sometimes you will find class times on the top of it, and sometimes final exam is on the top of it. Whether adding the specific class to your schedule, make sure you do not have any time conflict with other class that has already been added your schedule. This includes making sure that your final exam for classes do not fall on the same day and time. If you have classes at different campuses on the same day, please ensure that you have enough time to commute between the campuses. You're moving back to the slide. So now we have searched how to browse the class. Now we are going to check how to register for courses. When you register for courses, you need to go to register for classes instead of browse classes when you plan the schedule. Again, select Fall 2023 as your term and click Continue. Once you click Continue, you will receive the pop-up notification informing you that an action item is pending. You must clear this action item to continue with the registration process following the steps provided in the following link. The pop-up notification will look something like this. Click on Continue to proceed. Once you click the Continue, click on Social Insurance Number link. Next, if you happen to have a SIN number, you may go ahead, enter it, and then select I have entered my correct scene, and then click to save. However, most of the new international students who will be starting in fall 2023 will not have the social insurance number. In that case, you can select the option I have not entered SIN number as I don't have one at this time. Once you select this option, save it, and you will see the pending status changing to completed. Click on the continue button and go back to the main registration page. So now we are going to I will demonstrate how to register the courses. So this is a testing web page. So once you go to the actual1.kpu.ca registration page, you will see the KPU color, not the green color. So let's go to the testing account to see how to register class, and we will see also some common registration errors you may encounter. Again, select register for classes and select term as a fall 2023 as your term and click continue. Let's suppose that we want to take criminology 1100. Please note that testing account does not show the full information. Once you decide which section you want to register for, click the bottom, click the button add. Once you click the button add, it will move on to the summary, the screen knowledge courses, and I will just show it again. Search it again. Once on the action item, you can select register and registered by app and submit, and registration status as changing into registered. Now, let's add another class. This time we will try add a class has a lab component, for example, chemistry. So you will see there is a many sections and here, and some of the course, even if it is chemistry 1100, some sections shows credit 0 and some sections shows credit as a 4. Please note that many of the science courses such as chemistry, physics, and biology have a lecture and lab component. You must select both lab component and the lecture component to register for the classes. The lab component will show as a 0 credit, while the lecture component will show as a 4 credit. Each lecture has a specific link to the lab course. As you see here, once you choosing the view link, you will see 2 courses that's linked, and You click, once you select the lab time works for you and click Add All, then you select both lecture and the link to lab component have been adding onto the summary panel. Ensure to register is selected and drop down in menu and click Submit. And it shows it has been registered and it shows the time schedule and the date as well. When you register course meeting time, sometimes, as you see here, just for example, when you register a course, the meeting time is overlapped with other courses. In this case, I'm going to use this Chemistry 1110 section R10 as just for example. And same as adding all. And it is on the pending, and when you submit, and there is an error message shows up in the right top corner. In this case, there's two errors. One is time complete the CRN 30403 and the same course as a section 30403. So then you cannot register for this section because of these reasons. Registration status in the summary panel shows that error preventing registration and action item shows that removed. Once you click the submit, those courses with the error message will be removed from the summary. If you want to drop any registered courses, just for example, select the drop or / dropped and then click submit. Course drop can be done. So this drop the courses, but this drop course can be done before add and drop deadline for the term or session. Let's try to register another courses. So in this case, take registering. So as you can see here, status on this course is full. 0 of 0 seats remain. You choose register, add, and submit. The message will show accounting 1110 closed in 0 waitlisted. That means this section is full, and if you want to register yourself onto the waitlist, you will need to click on the drop down and select waitlisted and submit. If you're successfully placed on the waitlist, the registration status will change into the waitlisted. As soon as the seat opens up, you will be notified through the email to your KPU email account. At this stage, checking your KPU email regularly is highly important because once you receive the email, you will only have 24 hours to go back to your account and register for the class. If you miss 24-hour period, the seat will be given to the next waitlisted student in the queue. You can find how many students have waitlisted on the section to check the number of remain waitlisted seats. Students can add themselves to the waitlist for a class until 2 days before the term starts. Last waitlist seat offers will be sent 2 days before the term session starts. For the full term and the session 1 in the fall semester, the last waitlist seat offer sent would be on September 3rd, and October 28th is the last date the university sent out waitlisted seat offer to session 2. On the last day of the waitlist seat offer for term session, students will be purged from all waitlisted. Meanwhile, registration will remain open until the add and drop deadline. For fall 2023, the add and drop deadline for full term and session 1 is September 18th, and the add and drop deadline for the session 2 is November 5th. During this period, if a seat becomes available, any student who is eligible to register for the courses can register as the space allows. By the way, after add and drop period is over, and the summary function drop and dropped will be changed into withdraw. If you need to withdraw a course with any reason, you can do it same as the way you registered the course. Please carefully check date and deadline for the semester and term and session, as there's no refund when you withdraw the course. I will explain date and deadline separately later on. Let's do it another courses. The last course we're going to demonstrate. As you can see, so let's So we will try to register accounting 3444. Click add, register and pending, submit. Then error message shows we are not successfully registered for these courses. We receive error message prerequisite and co-requisite unmet. This means there are certain requirements for these courses that I don't have currently met. If you click the course title, you will find the detail regarding the courses. Under the course description, you will find a brief description of the courses as well as any prerequisite and co-requisite listed of the courses. A prerequisite is a requirement must be met before registering for the given courses, whereas co-requisite is a requirement that can be fulfilled either before or at the same time as when you take a given courses. Now I'm completing the demonstration how to register courses. We are heading back to the slide again. So we have checked the common registration error. Now, so there is the closed section, prerequisite, co-requisite, and time conflict and link, and you will find the information more here. Now let's take a look at KPU grade 12 math requirement. At KPU, as well as many other Canadian institutions, all science program requires students to take university level mathematics, physics, chemistry, and biology courses. Except for biology, grade 12 math with a minimum grade C is a requirement for many of these university level science courses. Students who do not currently meet this requirement will see prerequisite, co-requisite not met error when registering for the university level physics, chemistry, or math courses. In this case, you may register for another course in that a part of your program that do not require the math in your first semester. Please see International Advisor, learn about different ways you may fulfill the grade 12 math requirement. Reserve and restriction. You will also encounter error of the reserve and restriction seat. In the link below, or if you search KPU reserve and restriction, you will find the reserve seat and restriction information on our website. Some sections during a term have a seat reserved for a particular group of students. If a section has a seat reserved, this will be displayed in the class search under the column Reserved Seat. Most reserves are removed from the section approximately 3 weeks after the start of the registration, and these seats then become available for all students eligible to register in the course. Course may have a restriction limiting registration to students in a specific program. For example, info course may be restricted to students in IT or computer information system program. If you attempt to register in a course with a restriction that you do not meet, you will receive a registration error. To see specific detail about the restriction on a section while in a registration application, click the course title. In the class detail window, select the restriction tab. Any restriction on the section will be displayed. Before starting your class each semester, it is important to review the date and deadline page. This page outlines the first day when class starts, 100% return, refund date for the drop-in course classes, 70% refund dates, and no refund deadline. You may also see here the tuition payment deadline as well as any university closure date. Starting with the spring 2022 term, all continuing international students will be required to pay an international tuition deposit in order to be able to register. If you are newly admitted student, since you already paid the deposit to accept your offer, you don't have to worry about this. But starting from the next term, when you became a continuing international student, each term you will only be able to register for courses once your deposit has been received and processed, and you have a balance on at least 2,200 on your account. This is not an additional fee. The 2,200 is applied toward the balance of your account, which will reduce your total fees owning for the term. So let's talk about a little bit more important information for international students at KPU. Before you arrive in Canada and at KPU, it is important to complete the following to-do list. We will go over each item for more detail in a few slides. Number one, you must familiarize yourself with one.kpu.ca. This is a platform that allows you access many KPU applications without needing to sign in again and again. Please adding follow apps showing here to your favorites, as you will be using these apps very frequently. University calendar, student email, dates and deadline, international orientation, course website, register for class, online self-service, and iSend app. The apps can be added to your favorites by simply click on the heart icon. We will go over each app shown here for the next slide. As soon as you are admitted to KPU, you must regularly check your KPU email. All KPU students are automatically provided with a KPU email account. Your user ID and password for the account are the same as for your one.kpu.ca. The KPU email is used for university communication, including emails from instructor, advisor, and important notice, such as related to your class registration, waitlist and notification, and class cancellation. If you wish to email anyone within KPU, please do so using your KPU email account, but not your personal email account. Especially when you communicate with advisors, please use your KPU email account. The online self-service portal is another important tool that you will be using frequently. You may use this tool to pay a tuition fee, check your grade, view your unofficial transcript, and update your personal information such as address and telephone number. Since once you have a Canadian telephone number or cell phone number, please update. Next is attending the orientation. You can go through the app on one.kpu.ca or go to this website kpu.ca/international/orientation to find out more about the new students internet orientation as well as online orientation for all international students. So KPU module is another important tool that you should check frequently. This is a learning management system that KPU support for online learning. Instructors often use Moodle in different ways depending on their teaching styles and what works best for their courses. You may be required to complete quizzes or submitting assignments through the Moodle or participate in online discussion forum. At KPU International, we have extra support for new international students, where each new student is paired with a fellow KPU students or new graduate to get answer to different issues and questions throughout their first semester. This is a great opportunity to get connected to a group of a new student and participate in social through the semester. Detail of this program will be sent to your KPU email before the semester starts, so make sure to check your email account regularly. Prepare yourself for the Canadian classroom. Make sure you have a laptop or tablet and a stable internet to access and complete the online component of your courses. If you're not familiar with academic integrity and plagiarism, we highly recommend you complete academic integrity recognition courses on Moodle before your first term. If you would like to develop your writing skill, please attend the writing workshop offered for free by the Learning Center. Your ultimate resource for the academic challenges. The Learning Center also offered workshop on other topics and have a lot of video recording posted on their website covering all sorts of different areas. For example, how to manage your time, how to read a journal article, how to email your professional, and etc. So this concludes the webinar. The recording will be published on our website. If you have a further question, please book an appointment, book an online or in-person appointment with the international advisor at advisorconnect@kpu.ca. We also offer daily drop-in session. Please go to our website for the latest schedule. We are also available via phone every day. If you prefer to submit your question by email, you may connect with us via internationalstudents@kpu.ca. Thank you.
Thank you so much, advisor. It was a pleasure to have you with us. I hope you everyone enjoyed the presentation. I would like to remind all of you that we will be sharing the recording of this session later this week to make sure you can review the information prior to your registration. Once again, if you have questions that were not answered during today's webinar, please feel free to contact the international office. As advisor kindly shared with us, you can email us at internationalstudents@kpu.ca or book an appointment with one of our advisors through advisorconnect.kpu.ca. This concludes the webinar. Thank you all for attending, everyone. We hope you have learned a lot and enjoyed this session, and wish you the best in your first semester in fall 2023. Our advising team is looking forward to seeing you at KPU. Thank you.